During one of my recent trips to the Dollar Tree, I spotted this. That is a styrofoam pumpkin that is marketed as being carvable. I'll show it up close here when we get to the voiceover portion of this video. Curiosity got the better of me. I wanted to see, how this works. And one of the fun things about having YouTube channels is that I can sometimes justify buying little things like this for making videos, which, I mean, it's only $1.25, $1.50, whatever the Dollar Tree is now. And I also got a new pumpkin carving kit because I don't have one currently. And I'm going to be carving some real pumpkins. So the thought of carving up styrofoam grosses me out. It's got kind of a weird texture. Is it going to be squeaky? And I'm also wondering, what does the inside of this look like? If it looks weird, I'm probably going to go ahead and paint it. Let's be honest. I'm probably going to go ahead and paint it even if it doesn't look that weird because I want to do that too. So the rest of this video, like I mentioned, is going to be a voiceover. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. If you've already been here and subscribed, you're welcome too. My name is Roseanne. This is one of my YouTube videos, and it's time to start decorating for Halloween. All right, here is a closer look at the styrofoam pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. It is supposed to be carvable, and we're going to find out in a bit whether or not that is true. So my first step is to remove the tag, and then next up is to draw on the jack-o'-lantern's face. Sticking with my Dollar Tree theme, I used this pin that I bought there a few months ago, and it worked well enough to kind of get the basic idea of the jack-o'-lantern face on there, but it wasn't opaque. It wasn't a dark outline, just enough to kind of see what I'm doing, which is really all I needed for this project. So once I had sketched on the jack-o'-lantern face, I let it kind of dry for a bit, and you'll see the finished face here in a few seconds. The next step was to carve, and I went ahead and used the smallest knife I had in this little kit because that's really all I need. I don't need to clear out any of the pumpkin innards or anything or carve a big pumpkin. It's just a little styrofoam guy. And yeah, it was kind of awkward to film this because of the way I was sitting with the camera and everything, but I got it done. It was a texture nightmare. Boy, that squeaking and gnarly sounds of carving styrofoam with this little serrated blade wasn't it wasn't the best of times, but it worked. And the pumpkin was indeed hollow inside. So I just proceeded to finish carving it up like I would a regular pumpkin. It wasn't as comfortable to carve as a real pumpkin, because it's styrofoam. It doesn't have a whole lot of give, whereas a pumpkin is organic material and has water in the flesh and whatnot. So, yeah. It did work, though. I carved up the pumpkin's face and got a decent jack-o'-lantern out of here. I didn't carve the top. You can kind of see the toothpick in there. I think that's for structural support. I considered carving the top off and then opening it and painting the inside or putting a little LED battery-powered candle in there or whatever. I changed my mind. I thought, this is fine. I will just carve the face and maybe paint it to give it some contrast and call it good. I'm not trying to be, over the top here. I'm just making a little decoration for my art area. So there's the mouth part. I had finished carving this and kind of cleaned it up a little bit before I decided to paint it. There's a finished carving. So next up, I got out my acrylic paint and got that all ready, set it up, picked the colors I was going to use, and proceeded to kind of paint the jack-o'-lantern's face to give it contrast and make it stand out a bit more. And then I painted the rest of the jack-o'-lantern little styrofoam pumpkin guy. I don't know what to call it. Maybe we should give it a name. I mean, it could be fun. Give it a name. What do you think we should name this little guy? Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm curious what you would name him. But yeah, I had a lot of fun on this project. I probably wouldn't buy another one of these. I mean, I feel pretty bad because it's styrofoam, you know? I could just go get a pumpkin, but here's the finished results. There it sits in my art room. Please subscribe and like if you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.